secret details about Blake Lively that were hidden from the public.
Blake, can you say hi to Stephanie? It's my girlfriend.
Hi, Stephanie.
Thank you so
You should
much.
leave him.
Blake Lively comparing herself to the heroine of Game of Thrones, Khaleesi.
She's not always the sweetheart with fans. You'd expect anyone who's scrolled social media long enough has run across both heartfelt and downright cringy Blake Lively fan stories.
What does that
5 years
mean?
The star can be unbelievably charming one moment, like at that 2023 Wrexham game when a fan asked for a video message for his girlfriend Stephanie, and Blake quipped, "You should leave him."
Blake Lively playfully trolls a fan.
I just like to have fun.
Blake, can you say hi to Stephanie? It's my girlfriend.
Hi, Stephanie.
Thank you
You
so
should
much.
leave him.
Everyone, including Stephanie, found it hilarious. The girlfriend later gushed in the Daily Mail that she was just crying from excitement. It was the perfect example of Blake's playful wit, and fans ate it up.
Blake Lively is getting the backlash of her life as many past and hidden secrets of her meanness are exposed.
Yet the same fan lady of the people vibe took a nosedive at the 2024 London screening of It Ends With Us. As seen in a French Alicine video that quickly went viral, Blake was handed a pink friendship bracelet, reportedly inspired by Taylor Swift's Eras Tour tradition, only to have her underwhelm the giver. While co-star Isabella Ferrer happily donned her own identical bracelet, Blake basically said, "I'm gonna put it here because it doesn't go with my outfit, but I will wear it later." The net result? Her words sounded more like a dismissive brush-off than a sincere thank you. Many fans hopped on TikTok to call it a small but telling sign of Blake's alleged aloofness. After all, it's a fan gift. Would it take so much for her to slip it on for a second? Or at least fake a bigger smile? Swifties in particular found it jarring that Blake didn't show more gratitude. For some, it reinforced the idea that she can turn her charm on or off depending on the moment. In short, dealing with Blake as a fan can be a total gamble. She allegedly called herself a ballbuster in secret texts. The behind-the-scenes drama on It Ends With Us lit up Hollywood gossip columns, and part of the reason was a wave of alleged text messages that came to light in Justin Baldoni's $400 million countersuit. One set in particular had jaws dropping. Blake reportedly described her approach to some scenes as flirty and yummy, and confessed, "I'm a ballbuster, it's my love language." If you blinked and missed it, yes, that's the same star who's often typecast as the breezy, sunshiny sweetheart. But from these texts, it sounds like she was more than willing to push boundaries on set, or at least talk big about it in private convos. Critics pointed to these lines to argue that Blake might relish taking charge in ways that overshadow a director's or co-star's comfort. Meanwhile, fans who've always adored her read them as playful banter. Still, it was enough to stoke the rumor mill about how she interacts with male colleagues. Did Justin Baldoni find it endearing or borderline manipulative? The man obviously felt offended enough to compile these receipts in his suit. The entire fiasco not only tarnished some folks' squeaky clean image of Blake, but also painted her as someone who might enjoy challenging people around her. She compared herself to Khaleesi in more alleged chats. As if calling herself a ballbuster wasn't enough, Blake evidently told Justin that she was basically Khaleesi from Game of Thrones, with Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift as her dragons. Wait, what? In the docs, Justin alleges that Blake bragged about having these mega celebs as protector dragons, implying that messing with her also means messing with Taylor Swift or Ryan Reynolds. She allegedly said something like, "I happen to have a few dragons, for better or worse, but usually for better." Apparently she's queen of her domain, and those who cross her, like say a certain co-star director, do so at their own risk. Fans swiftly joked about the Mother of Dragons reference, but for Justin, it came off as a straight-up threat that she wields enormous star power. If it's true, it's a jarring peek at Blake's behind-the-scenes swagger. Maybe it's an in-joke, maybe she wasn't being that serious. But from Justin's vantage point, it sounded downright intimidating. After all, Taylor Swift basically runs the pop world, and Ryan Reynolds is now a Hollywood business powerhouse. So if Blake's calling them her dragons, the message is, I can call on powerful friends to tilt public sentiment anytime I want. Regardless, it's not the kind of text you'd expect from the sweet-faced star who typically radiates warmth on talk shows. She's avoided magazine covers out of shyness. One of the more surprising tidbits about Blake is that she's apparently camera shy, at least when she's not acting. A-lister who starred in major films and served iconic red carpet looks, yet she claims to hate being the focus of magazine shoots. In a 24 Vogue interview, Blake explained how she went 4 years without doing a cover because, as she put it, "I don't feel super comfortable in front of a camera." She said it stems from a more private side that she's rarely shown publicly, and that once she became a mother, she valued her privacy even more. It's a stark contrast to the energy she exudes while playing glammed-up characters in front of paparazzi. But apparently, the second it's just Blake Lively on a magazine spread, no character to hide behind, her confidence evaporates. Fans found it refreshing, hearing that the poised star is actually shy deep down. Of course, cynics say, but she's done a million public events. But Blake draws a line between acting in a role versus basically modeling as herself. She's also spoken about how she can be outgoing but very private, an odd pairing that's typical for Hollywood types who love the craft but hate the intrusion. It's a reminder that some big names aren't as comfortable in their own skin as we assume. She's an under-the-radar script doctor. One of the lesser-known facts is that Blake secretly contributes writing to many of the films she's in. She once told Vogue how she's always scribbling on scripts. A blank page isn't nearly as exciting as starting with a script and seeing what people overlooked, she said. Apparently, she loves rewriting dialogue, fine-tuning character arcs, and punching up comedy beats. More ironically, Ryan Reynolds once told SiriusXM that half the A++ lines he's credited for in Deadpool actually came from Blake. He confessed that favoritism in the industry often erases her contribution because people assume the star actor wrote it. He publicly tried to correct them, saying, "That was Blake, not me." And it's not just her husband's flicks. Paul Feig, who directed her in A Simple Favor, confirmed that she reworked her lines to fit her edgy character. She rarely gets official writing credit, though, which means a chunk of her labor is invisible. Her fans love hearing about this behind-the-scenes hustle, pointing out that she's more than just a pretty face. But haters question whether it's meddling that rubs coworkers the wrong way. Considering the fiasco with Justin Baldoni, maybe that's exactly the kind of rewriting that caused friction. Either way, it's interesting to see that Blake might be the uncredited writer behind some of your favorite comedic bits. Celebrity moms. Praise her parenting. At the complete opposite side of the drama spectrum is Blake's reputation as a rock star mom. While fans often tear her apart for other controversies, we keep hearing from colleagues about how dedicated she is to her brood. Colleen Hoover, the It Ends With Us author, revealed that while Blake took the role of Lily in the film adaptation, she was simultaneously super involved with her kids, never letting the shoot overshadow her mom duties. She could be on a call with the Pope, and if her kid walks in, that's who gets her focus, Colleen told Vogue. Similarly, Paul Feig from A Simple Favor described Blake's rock-solid pro approach on set, but that once shooting wrapped for the day, she'd pivot to full-on parenting mode. Even Caitlin Olsen, who's in the Reynolds-Blake friend circle, hopped on social media to declare, @BlakeBlake is a kind, lovely, honest, and generous person, and an incredible mom. It seems that no matter how messy her rumored behind-the-scenes battles might get, the one aspect everyone respects is her devotion to her kids. She totally won over Colleen Hoover. Given the Justin Baldoni fiasco swirling around the It Ends With Us adaptation, you might expect the film's original author, Colleen Hoover, to keep a safe distance from Blake. But no, Hoover's fangirling is real. She told The Hollywood Reporter she was thrilled to have Blake cast. She also described how Blake's portrayal of Lily exceeded her wildest expectations, going so far as to say the actress elevated the character in ways she, as the writer, hadn't even imagined. In People, Hoover doubled down, praising Blake's nuance and expressing sadness over the set drama overshadowing the beautiful, amazing job Blake did. When the allegations came out, Hoover posted an Instagram story basically telling Blake, "Don't ever stop being who you are," a statement that many saw as a subtle way of picking sides. Considering Hoover's massive fan base, having her publicly champion Blake is significant. It's turned some skeptics into defenders, claiming that if the actual author calls Blake's portrayal groundbreaking, maybe she's not the self-absorbed monster some say. Then again, it's also possible the author just cherishes Blake's star power. Regardless, we can see Blake forged a real bond with the novel's creator, and that Hoover's not shy about praising her actress buddy. Hugh Jackman sees two sides. Pajamas at home, Elizabeth Taylor on set. If there's one star who can speak to the contrast between Blake's everyday persona and her glamorous red carpet vibe, it's Hugh Jackman. He spent hours in casual PJs at the Reynolds-Blake household, apparently playing with the kids or chatting over homemade pizza, only to see Blake do a total 180 5 minutes later. One moment, she's a normal mom in sweats. The next, she's gliding into a photo shoot like an old-school Hollywood goddess. Jackman told Vogue it reminds him of Nicole Kidman, these shy Aussie types who can flip a switch and become superstars. Jackman even labeled the transformation Elizabeth Taylor level, which is an insane compliment. The Aussie star has known them long enough to see that Blake's domestic reality is super chill, but the second she's in front of that camera, she's unstoppable. Jackman also hinted that maybe part of Blake's secret sauce is that innate shyness. She's always toggling between the personal and the public. 1 minute rocking pajamas, the next playing a glam heist criminal in a Baz Luhrmann short. Indeed, if you believe Jackman, Blake's best trick might be harnessing that shy part of herself and channeling it into star power whenever she needs it. What do you guys think of Blake Lively? Let me know in the comments, and I hope you have a great day!